Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. And today I'll be reading a Neuvillette Exceptionaire by me. So let's get into it. Neuvillette had never actually expressed his own needs in a way that mattered to him until you actually came along and he realized that many of his needs previously had gone unfulfilled until you came along and satisfied them just merely by your presence. They were also a lot more obvious now, with someone to direct him at. He's never felt love this intense. He's never felt a want or need for someone like he felt for you. It was a little bit difficult to reconcile himself with and try to understand, but he was happy with it, although it was quite different from what he was used to. And right now, he had realized a couple of things about his own heritage, so to speak. He was not really used to any of his draconic instincts, and to be quite honest, they hardly ever needed to manifest. It was very controlled, and they never showed themselves. Being that human vessel of his, and being a fledgling dragon for so long, until he had finally regained full sovereignty of his powers, it had done a lot for him. Quite a lot, because right now, he certainly does not know what to do with all of this. All of these feelings that were coming all at once, all too intensely, and all too much for him to bear. He doesn't know what that voice in his head is. It is true that you're immensely precious to him, that you've changed his life in every way that matters, and yet, it feels weird with the nicknames he's coming up for you in his head. His treasure. He's not sure why he considers you a treasure, and yet it feels natural. If only he has someone to actually ask about this. Except, he doesn't know of any dragons to contact, and so, he must settle this puzzle on his own. It is indeed very confusing, the way he feels intensely protective of you, the way he doesn't want to share you with anyone, the way he feels immense love in a way that almost hurts. He is an emotional being, and of course, his emotions always manifest themselves one way or another. The two of you are cuddling right now, as he keeps musing to himself in his own mind. You're quiet, holding a book within your hands, and he squeezes your hand in his own, and that's when you hear him make a rumbling sound from his chest, and at first you just shiver. This should not be coming from right behind you. You've never heard this from him. And as adorable as it was, it felt utterly out of place. Neuvillette? What is that? Oh, excuse me, he says, but it does nothing to stop the rumbling that suspiciously sounded like someone purring. And it was very cute to turn around, to see him blushing brightly as he looked away. Is this a new thing? I've never heard you do this before. It's very cute, you know. Please, my darling, do not call me that. Or what? What are you going to do? Hmm? You're currently purring because I'm in your arms, right? Is that a happy dragon I see? He blushes brighter, looking away shyly. Dragons are naturally happier when they are with their treasure. The words step out of his lips before he even realizes, and it was like it was forbidden knowledge that he didn't even know. And suddenly, now that it's out in the open, he can acknowledge it. You are his treasure, and that's why he feels so weird, so happy, in a way his own body cannot hide. And that's why he feels so protective of you too, in some other moments. He's about to reword the way he said things, feeling very embarrassed about it now, but then looking into your eyes, You're smiling, and there's that glimmer in them. Oh, Nuvi, you truly think that? That I'm your treasure? You mean it? I do. I truly do, Ayan, he says, and you smile, hugging him close and kissing him. Oh, you're so adorable. Well, I would certainly love to be a dragon's treasure, but what does that truly entail? I suppose it entails what we're doing now. That is the only thing I can quite think of. Well, if that's what it means, then I'm more than willing to be a treasure, now and always. You say, smiling, and that sends a wave of warmth within him. He pulls you closer to his chest, kissing you once again. Being with you like this, it's the best thing he's ever had in the world. Perhaps he never imagined getting together with a human, falling in love with one, wanting one so strongly. And yet, it is so completely different from what he's always thought it would be. In a good way, of course. He wouldn't dare think it was bad. Not when it changed his life in this way. And not when it seemingly made him the happiest person in the world. Right now, everything he's ever wanted was with you. Perhaps he could never truly understand humans in a perfect manner. Maybe there were way too many things that he wanted to understand and still needed to. But with you, he saw life in a new light, outside of the courtroom, outside of the lens that he usually saw it from. And he saw it from your own eyes, with those pink-tinted glasses that the love had given him. And maybe it was the most beautiful way to see the world, like he had been seeing in black and white, and now his world is finally in color. All because of you. I'm glad you accept the title then. I shall treat you as you deserve, for a dragon's treasure is the most precious thing in the world. And I'm the most precious thing to you? You're quite sure of that? You are, Bayan, and I don't doubt it one bit. And looking at his eyes, the soft smile, and hearing the purr that follows, you have no choice but to believe him.